Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2017 with my good pal, Miss Erika Harlacher. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I can actually pronounce your name this time.
Yay! Good job. I'm so used to people mispronouncing it that I don't even notice. So good job, though.
Alrighty, so it's been a while since the last time we got to talk to you. It was at ColossalCon 2016. How have you been?
I've been awesome. I've been doing a lot, apparently. It seems like I can't believe that was a year ago. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, but lots happened. So I'm doing great.
You got nice green hair.
I know. Yeah, my hair is a different color now. Yeah.
All right, since last time we got to talk, a big game came out called Persona 5. How's it been doing that game? And then on top of that, to know that it's going to get an anime adaptation as well.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. I love Persona so much. I didn't know what it was when they had me auditioning for it. And then I haven't played the previous games, but I know of Persona because, you know, it's so big. So when they brought me in, they were like, have you heard of something called Persona? And I was like, yes. Is that what this is? And they were like, oh yeah, you play like one of the like Phantom Thieves. Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. And we spent a really long time on that game, which is really cool because, you know, I never want jobs to end because I just love them so much. And this one kind of didn't. And apparently now it really hasn't because there's been like 2 new games announced and an anime. So I'm so excited. I can't wait.
And you get to play along with another Erika as well.
Yes, I do. Erika Limbeck. She's Futaba. All 3 Erikas are at this convention and everyone's like, oh man, the apocalypse is here. So we'll see. We'll try not to destroy the world. Don't worry. But yeah.
Alrighty. So you also got to be in the new anime called 7 Deadly Sins. How was it like being in that? And knowing that Funimation is now doing the physical DVD and Blu-ray release, how is that going so that more fans can check it out?
Yeah, I'm so glad it got a home release because I was so excited that it was on Netflix and Crunchyroll. Right. Well, because a lot of times when I'm in anime, like my friends who don't really watch anime or like my family members, they don't know how to see anything I'm in because, you know, they're not into it. Yeah, or they have to buy it and they don't want to, you know, buy these things that they don't know anything about. So when it was on Netflix, I was like, yes, okay, everyone can watch this one. And I showed my mom the first episode. She was like, oh my goodness, why are you dressed like that? Why is that guy groping you? And I was like, don't worry, it gets better. But yeah, I'm so excited for the home release. I mean, I know it's already come out, but I don't have it yet because I'm slow. But I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna add it to my little collection. It's one of my favorites. I love it so much, and I'm so excited that season 2 was announced in Japan. So fingers crossed that we dub it. So every time I see the director, I'm like, any news? And he's like, no. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to ask you every time. So
I still have to see it.
Oh, it's so good. It's really good. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, maybe a little, but I think it's great. We did 4 OVA episodes, which while we were recording them, I knew that Netflix was calling it season 2. And every time I went in, I was like, we got to tell Netflix not to call it season 2 because people are going to be confused and mad. Yeah. And then, of course, they didn't listen to me. So, because why would they? And then so they released it as season 2, and I had so many fans being like, why are there only 4 episodes? And I was like, because it's not season 2. Netflix just didn't know. They didn't know how to label something an OVA, you know? But they're really cute episodes. So just go in knowing it's not the real season 2. That's hopefully coming later. It's announced in Japan, so, you know, it's potentially happening. But, yeah.
Alrighty. So since last time we also got to talk, you got to join the Dragon Ball family doing Dragon Ball Super. How's it being in that, knowing that you kind of grew up watching a lot of the people that you're now are voicing with? Yeah. So how's that feeling knowing that you've now joined the Dragon Ball family?
It's so cool. I'm in the Toonami Asia dub, and it's super awesome. I am so excited. Dragon Ball Z was one of like the very first things I remember watching with my dad. We'd watch it every week, and it was kind of one of the first things I was like, this isn't a regular cartoon. This is like maybe something else. I didn't know what anime was yet, you know. But so it's so exciting to be a part of that franchise, and I love it. You know, getting to work with all these cool people, and I've gotten to meet more people because of it. Like, we don't record together, but sometimes now we'll go to conventions and I'll be like, oh, I have a reason to talk to you. Yay.
You also get to hang out with the Texas folks, especially with Kyle being out there in LA. You now get to hear how he did the original Dragon Ball Z and how that all went down.
Yeah, it's so cool. I like having connections to all these people because I was like a huge fan of everyone. So then, but I'm like too awkward to like talk to them unless we have like a connection. And then I'm like, hey, let's be friends now because there's a reason. Yay. So, yeah. Hopefully they're not weirded out by that. I don't know.
Alrighty, so one of the first shows you ever got to work on actually happened to be Squid Girl. How was it like working on that show, knowing that actually a lot of your fellow cast members are here this weekend?
Yeah, it's so cool. That show was like, I didn't realize that I was going to be playing an actual character in that show because they brought me in for Walla, which is like a group, the crowds in the background. And then afterwards they were like, okay, you're going to stay for like a couple lines. And I thought it was like, customer B or something. And I was like, okay, whatever. I was like a little sick that day, but I was like, it doesn't matter. It's like customer B. And then so Tony Oliver was the director and he's like, all right, so your character in the manga, she's like Octopus Girl. And I was like, wait. What? He was like, oh yeah, did they not tell you you're playing a character? And I was like, no. So I always remember that as like a panic moment of like, oh God, this is like one of my first characters with a name and I did not know. So yeah, it's really funny looking back on it, and it's so cool having everybody here. Yeah.
Alrighty. So again, since last time we talked, you got to work in your Lie in April. How's it like working on that show?
That show is awesome. That was finally like a show where I could be like, Mom, you'll like this one. It's about music and drama. And like, that's a thing that moms like. And so, and I have like a real thing where I love characters that play the piano. And, my character is like, pianist. So I was very excited when I got her. And I always, when I was going into record, I have a lot of red things, obviously. And I'd always accidentally wear red. And then the client was always like, you dressed for the part, because she's always in like her red dress, And I was like, oh yeah, the same. And then that was around the time I was dyeing my hair black. Yeah. And so she was like, oh, you look just like her. And I was like, I did it on purpose. Definitely. Yes, casual cosplay, But yeah, it was really fun. I love that show. It was so dramatic, I like getting to do some of those drama. And a lot of her lines are like in her head, so I didn't have to worry about lip flaps as much, so I could really like focus on the delivery, which was really fun. So.
Alrighty, and now you're an avid cosplayer on top of being a voice actor. What drew you into that part of the community? I mean, like, it's not something we hear a lot of, but we hear it quite a bit. And it's mostly through the ladies that we hear it. So what drew you into it?
It's more like I wish I was an avid cosplayer because I don't actually have the talent for that. I have a friend who is a professional cosplayer, and so every once in a while I ask her to make me things because she can actually do it and it won't look like someone slapped something together. I made my own cosplay of like a Pokemon trainer once, which I was pretty proud of because I took like tights and I like ripped them up and made it in a vest, and it was like, if you look close it was like terrible, but from far away it looked great. So I was like, oh man, I did it. And then my friend made me a Kurapika cosplay one year for Anime Expo because I was like, I want to cosplay one of my characters, but I feel like I want to cosplay the boy. And my boyfriend was like, why? You play characters with like such cute outfits. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be the boy. And that was fun. And I actually, that same friend, I think, is making me a Persona 5 cosplay. Yeah, I'm like, every once in a while I'm texting her like, hey, we're still doing that, right? And I'm super excited because I want to do more cosplay. I always am like so impressed with people that cosplay because it takes so much talent and time, and I don't know how they make these amazing things. And I want to do more, but I don't have the skill or time, so I'm relying on other people to help me out. I try and make like little parts. I'm like, look, I helped, and they're like, no. But I did make that one Pokemon trainer cosplay, and it was pretty good. I was pretty proud of it.
You got to start somewhere.
Exactly. That was super easy. It's like shorts and like a white shirt. And it was like, yay. I did a thing.
Alrighty, now this year's Matsuricon is Mecha versus Magical Girl. So which side do you support?
I mean, I gotta go Magical Girl because Yuki Yuna is a hero. I play a Magical Girl. So, and I guess, I mean, I feel like technically I've played a few Magical Girls. They're not technically in Magical Girl shows, but I don't think I've ever played Mecha. I mean, I was in All Noah Zero, but she was the princess, so she's more of a Magical Girl in my head, not a Mecha. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Magical Girl. I feel like that's what most people should go for.
Alrighty, so that's one for that. So, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time? We know about the pesky NDA, so what can you talk about that you want fans to check out that's currently available?
Well, according to my Twitter, with people tagging me, the Danganronpa V3 demo, I think, was just released, and I play the protagonist, Kaede, in that, so that's cool. and then the actual game comes out in September. So I'm very excited about that. I think like September 20-something, 24th or something like that. I don't know. Look it up. But yeah, that's really exciting. I'm super excited about that because I've loved being in the Danganronpa games before as Kyoko Kirigiri, and then they were like, do you want to be this one? And I was like, yes, please. Thank you. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I have a couple things that I think are really exciting and cool that are coming out in the next few months. So like keep an eye out, and I'll announce them as soon as I know. I usually don't know until like fans tell me. They're like, I saw you in the credits, and I'm like, oh, I can talk about that. Thanks. Yes, I'm in that. So eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to talk about these things. There's a couple things that I've been thinking are going to be announced like for months, and then they're still not announced. So I'm waiting, but you know.
So just to wrap things up, where can we check you out online? And what message would you love to send to all the wonderful fans that have come out and just been supporting you the last couple of years?
Okay, so online, if you want to like actually see what goes on in my day, or like pictures of my dog, or like maybe interact with me, yeah, go to Twitter, because that's the one I like remember exists. So that's at Erika Harlacher. And then I also have a Facebook, which is Erika Harlacher Voice Actress, and that one I reserve for like big announcements, usually, unless I'm feeling particularly like something's very cool and I just feel like sharing it. So if you just want big announcements and you don't want me annoying your Twitter feed all day, then go to the Facebook, or you can go to both, and then, yeah, I don't know. What was the second part of the question?
What message would you love to give out to all the wonderful fans that have kept up with you for the last couple of years? I mean, you've been very new in the industry, and you've had wonderful fans to just support you the whole time. So what would you like to say to all those fans that have been supporting you?
I've been so lucky. I feel like I have some of the best fans. Like, I was so surprised that people cared about who I was so early on, and like still are like they think I'm cool or something, which is like, whew, I've tricked them. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I super appreciate it. And like, you know, acting is hard. There's a lot of rejection in the industry, and there's some days where I'm like, should I really be doing this? And then I'll like go on Twitter and see all these like super sweet messages from fans, and it just gives me like a huge boost, and I'm like, no, I'm doing the right thing. And yeah, so thank you so much. I super appreciate the support, and I love all you guys.
Thanks so much again, Erika, for coming out and hanging with us. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you for having me. It's good to see you guys again. Bye.